We've made it to February, and that means Valentine's Day is coming up, and the Great Lakes Science Center is ready to blend candy, chemistry, and creativity, 3 C's, very important, into an unforgettable Valentine's Day experience for the kids. Let's send it over to Matt for more details. This sounds fun.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I'll tell you, they always do amazing things over at the Science Center. It's called Smitten with Science, and it's meant to help our little learners fall in love with STEM. Now, joining me now, one of my favorite folks, Brett Nicholas, VP of Education at Science Center. Brett, you have a lot of activities lined up for the time when the kids are off school here. Tell me about what you've got.
Absolutely. Science can be connected to anything, right? Science is all around us, and so what we like to do is celebrate the holidays by adding a little fun science. And so we are doing a series of programs called Smitten with Science. We're going to do some candy chemistry here today, but we will have fun things going on throughout the Science Center.
Right. Yeah. No one takes candy and turns it into a science experiment like you do. So tell me, what's going on here? We've got some Skittles.
We got some Skittles, and what I want you to do to start us off, Matt, is take this little bit of water I have and pour it right in the middle. So Skittles, the outside shell, is a dye, right? And so we can use that dye to experiment a little bit about the properties of water. So we're gonna, you just poured some water into our little dish of Skittles there, and we're just gonna let that go. But the other experiment I have is we can also paint with that Skittle dye. So before we started here, I put a little bit of water in these Skittles. We have a nice little palette.
Yeah,
go ahead and use your little pipette and pick up whatever color you want.
Start with red for Valentine's Day coming up here.
And we'll just put it on our little wet coffee filter here. I'm going to add a little bit of purple.
Okay.
So, but there's a science concept here, and we're playing around with the properties of water and chromatography. So whenever you have a dye, you can kind of like split it out into the different colors. And so these are activities that are part of a workshop that we're doing. Now, remember a few seconds ago, you added water to our dish of Skittles?
I haven't looked at it since.
Look at it now.
Whoa!
We've made a rainbow. Don't taste that rainbow. It's chemistry. No, just kidding.
It's gorgeous. It's unbelievable.
Isn't that so wild?
And I want to tilt it up so the camera see it, but we can't.
We can't because it'll all swirl together.
It'll all swirl together, but it looks amazing.
Now, the best chemistry activity that we have is so you eat some gummy bears, right? You get all that sugar in your system. Your body uses that for energy, yeah?
Well, we're fat, yeah.
Yeah, you know, it depends on what you're doing,
it depends on your age, absolutely.
Absolutely,
Go ahead,
yeah, sure, let's pretend. So, but we do an experiment where we take all that energy that's in the sugar of gummy bears and we chemically release it, and we have an experiment called the Screaming Gummy Bear. Now, I can't do this one here because it makes a bunch of noxious gas, right? So we do this in a fume hood.
It's like Dave when he's at the desk, yeah, it happens.
I'm not going to comment on that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot we're on TV. No, that's fine. But anyway, okay, so it makes this crazy gas.
Yeah, it makes this crazy gas, tons of fire, loud noises. It's really fun. This is part of the family workshop that we're already doing every Sunday in February. Wow. But then also we are exploring things like that are connected to Valentine's Day, like magnetism. And we look into a little bit about the anatomy of a heart. Basically, we have all kinds of heart activities.
Right.
We want to do a lot of fun stuff to make a Valentine's Day special for those that love science.
Well, and the kids are going to remember it as well. I mean, when they think Valentine's Day, like, oh, I get a Valentine at school. But when you connect it with science, they remember that the rest of their lives, that like, wow, like my heart does work this way, or candy works this way. Incredible stuff. So what? Obviously, kids are off school coming up. We got President's Day weekend, and you guys are having stuff then too, right?
Yeah. So most of these activities are on President's Day weekend. That's our big push because that's Valentine's Day weekend, right? The family workshop where we see the Screaming Gummy Bear and play around with candy chromatography, that is already going on Sundays. There is an upcharge for that because there's some special chemicals and materials that we use, but we have plenty of fun stuff that's happening every day. Big science shows, all kinds of demonstrations, and of course, fantastic exhibits.
Right. Just love that place. So where can folks go? Maybe they just moved here to Cleveland. They're like, we know you have a science center, but how do I get more information? Where do they go?
Well, you just come on right on down to the lakefront. Or if you want to get information before, go to greatscience.com. That's our website. Information about all these activities and admissions.
You guys do amazing work, Brett. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me, Matt.
Love this. I wish I could show this to you. Danita, you got to see this. It's incredible. Yeah, it's not going to transfer well.
It won't.
You got to see it after.
Oh, but it looks so great. Candy chromatography.
Yeah.
Learn something new with the sweet treats, and the kids are going to love that, Matt.
Yeah, and I asked if I could eat some. He's like, no, a lot of hands have been on that. I said, well, got 5 kids. It doesn't really make a difference. So.
You know all about that.
Yeah,
all right, Matt. Thank you so much. All right.